Most AI content systems don't fail because of quality. They fail because they don't compound. That's the illusion. People think, if I post consistently, the results will eventually stack. But most AI content behaves like this. You post, you get a spike, then it dies. You post again, another spike, then it dies. No accumulation, no momentum, just isolated bursts. And if your system doesn't compound, you are not building an asset, you are renting attention. And rented attention never scales, it just resets, over and over again. And every reset costs you time. Here is what most people believe. More content equals more growth, more videos, more posts, more output. So they build systems optimized for production. Faster scripts, faster editing, faster uploads. They optimize the factory. But they ignore one critical question. Does this content connect? Because disconnected content cannot compound. Each piece lives and dies alone. No memory, no reinforcement, no leverage. It's activity, not architecture. And the algorithm doesn't reward activity. It rewards accumulation of signals. Signals that repeat. Signals that reinforce. Signals that stack over time. Without that, volume is meaningless. What actually happens is simpler. Platforms track patterns, not effort. If your content creates repeated clicks, repeated watch time, repeated return viewers, then the system starts trusting you. And once trust exists, distribution changes. But if every piece of content is isolated, the system resets every time. You are always starting from zero. Every upload is a new test, with no inherited advantage, no memory of performance. This is why most AI channels stay flat, not because the content is bad, but because nothing connects to anything else. No structure, no compounding layer, no cumulative signal, just repeated attempts. Let's model this with a creator economy example. Two creators, both use AI, both post 30 videos, same niche, same effort. Creator A, 30 unrelated topics. Each video gets 1,000 views. Total, 30,000 views. Creator B builds a connected system. Every video links to a core theme. Every video reinforces the same idea. First video, 1,000 views. Second, 1,200. Third, 1,500. Fifth, 2,200. 10th, 5,000. 30th, 20,000 plus. Total, over 120,000 views. Same output, completely different outcome. Because one system stacks, the other resets. One builds momentum, the other rebuilds from zero. Now ask a better question. Why does the market reward compounding systems? Because they reduce risk. From a platform perspective, a creator who consistently produces engagement is predictable. Predictability is valuable. So the algorithm allocates more distribution, not as a reward, as a risk management decision. From a business perspective, a compounding system reduces customer acquisition cost. Because one piece of content doesn't just perform once, it supports everything else. Traffic flows between assets. Attention stays inside the system. Retention increases. And retention is where money is made. Because returning users convert more. There is a deeper layer. Compounding content creates memory. Not in the system, in the audience. When someone sees your content once, you are noise. When they see you repeatedly in a connected way, you become a reference point. And reference points convert. Because trust is cumulative, not transactional. This is why random viral videos don't build businesses. They create spikes, but no identity. And without identity, there is no compounding effect, only temporary visibility. And temporary visibility doesn't scale. Now scale this to a small business level. Imagine a niche, AI tools for real estate agents. Most creators, random videos, top AI tools, best prompts, new updates, no structure. Now imagine a system. Video 1, lead generation automation. Video 2, follow-up system. Video 3, closing optimization. Video 4, pipeline tracking. Each piece connects. Each piece deepens authority. Each piece reduces friction. Each piece answers a different layer. Now the audience doesn't just watch, they follow. Because the content forms a system. And once that happens, you are no longer competing on attention. You are building dependency. And dependency is leverage. And leverage scales. At a macro level, this is already happening. The AI content space is splitting into two groups. Group 1, high output, low structure, constant churn. Group 2, structured systems, clear positioning, compounding signals. Group 1 fights for every view. Group 2 builds gravity. And gravity changes everything. Because once your system reaches a certain threshold, new content doesn't need to prove itself. It inherits momentum. It inherits trust. It inherits distribution. So what actually compounds? Not content, structure. Not volume, connection. Not consistency alone, consistency inside a system. This is the shift most people miss. They optimize for production speed instead of signal accumulation. And speed without structure just creates noise faster, which is dangerous because it feels like progress, but produces no leverage. Only more content, not more results. Now timing matters. Why is this more important today than before? Because AI removed the production bottleneck. Everyone can create content, which means content itself is no longer scarce. Structure is. The barrier moved. Before, can you produce? Now, can you build a system that compounds? And most people are still solving yesterday's problem. They produce more, instead of structuring better, which is why they stay invisible, while a small number of creators build disproportionate growth, because they build systems, not just output. If you don't understand this, you will keep chasing output and wondering why nothing scales. But once you see it, everything changes. You stop asking, what should I post next? And start asking, how does this connect? Because that question determines everything. In the next episode, we will break down the compounding curve itself, why most people quit right before acceleration, and how to recognize when your system is about to break through. Until then, remember, AI is not your advantage. Structure is. And without structure, nothing compounds, nothing stacks, nothing scales. Before we close, here's a short summary of what you just saw. Most AI content doesn't compound, it resets. Every video starts from zero, no connection, no memory, no accumulation, just isolated spikes. That's why consistency alone doesn't work. Because repetition without structure doesn't create momentum. It just creates more of the same result. Compounding only starts when structure appears, when each piece of content connects, when signals begin to stack. At that point, the baseline rises. New videos don't start from zero anymore. They inherit attention, they inherit trust, and eventually they inherit momentum. That's the shift most people never reach, because they quit too early, or they never build the system in the first place. If you understand this, you stop thinking in uploads and start thinking in systems. Subscribe if you want to go deeper into this, because in the next episode, we break down the compounding curve itself and why most people walk away right before acceleration begins.